Hi everyone. So I'm going to be reading my book called Once Upon a Time by Patience Idegwu. I'm going to read a couple of chapters, maybe one, maybe two. But I just wanted to read it to you guys. So this is going to be a series of me reading the chapters of my book. Cool. Again, this is Once Upon a Time, the story of Ndidi by Patience Idegwu. Before I get started with the story, make sure you have your tea, wine, snacks on the side, or whatever. I need you to be comfortable. The story is not your typical love story. I promise it will be good. Let's get started. Once upon a time, on a cold, rainy day at the University of Washington, a girl runs from building to building trying to make it in time for her meeting. She tries her best not to get soaked in the rain, but she can feel the strings of her curls stick to her face. She pulls her jacket tighter around her body to keep at least her shirt dry from the rain. Her breath seizes as she reaches closer to the building. At UW, many buildings are hidden and no human have ever been in, like this one. She notices a strangely long building downhill from the main strip where most buildings are lined up. She sees the name of the building matching what was written in the email sent to her last week. It was the correct building. As she walked into the building, her heart beats faster, knowing that she was coming closer to room 2E. She touches the silver door handle of the room, suddenly puts her hand to her chest, and takes a deep breath while she slowly opens the door, trying not to be too noticeable. Ndidi smiles as she hastily takes the closest seat to the door. The girl on her right gives her a warm smile as she opens the introductory packet on the table. She couldn't contain her excitement anymore. She had been looking forward to this meeting because it was the beginning of her study abroad trip to Ghana. Chapter 2: The Preparation. 3 months later, the date for her flight was coming closer and she didn't know what to do. She needed to go shopping, get her hair done, and was hoping that her passport would arrive soon. Mommy, did you think the lady will understand what I want to do with my hair? What do you mean? What do you want to do? Replied Ndidi's mom. Well, I want something so simple that I wouldn't need to take care of it too much. I can wake up and just go. Maybe just having 2 or 3 big long cornrows. Her mom responds quizzingly, that would not last after 1 week. You're going to look like a crazy woman before the end of the first week. Still, I don't want to spend too much on my hair. Cornrows don't cost much. I also want to look simple and feel free. Okay, then do box braids. Let me call the hair lady now so you are not running around at the last minute like always. And Didi tries to search for the types of braids she wants when her dad walks into the house coming from home from work. Oshizama, Daddy. Ndidi greets as she walks up the stairs. Oh. She sees a pile of mail in his left hand. Is there anything for me? Why? I'm still waiting for my passport. Why are you going to Ghana, Seth? What is there that you're looking for? Why don't you just focus on going to school? He interjects. Ndidi sighs. Daddy, even my advisors told me that you should study abroad at least once. Plus, can't I enjoy life? Why don't you go to Nigeria then? If they had one, Daddy, I would be the first one to sign up for it. And Ndidi's dad puts a pot on the stove to boil water for Eba. He then turns the channel to CNN, signaling an end to his conversation with Ndidi. He looks through the mail and hands a large envelope to Ndidi without saying a word. Ndidi quickly tears it open as she knows that what might be in the envelope. Her smile sneaks across her face when she sees her first passport. The reality of the trip suddenly hits her. She became even more excited about this new journey. Day of flight. Mommy, are you going to the airport with us? Ndidi's mom responds, Pishe, let's talk first. Sure. What's wrong? I'm scared, Ndidi teases. Her mom pulls her to her room. Pishe, you have to be careful. I just don't like that you are going by yourself because you said it's for school, but not saying anything. Make sure you don't go anywhere by yourself. Don't eat food from the street and be extremely prayerful. You have to pray every single day. As Ndidi nods her head in annoyance, her mom pulls out $200 and hands it to Ndidi. Ndidi gasps and jumps for joy. As she goes towards her mom and gives her a tight hug, Ndidi's mom pulls out a piece of paper and tells Ndidi to write the words she was about to say. She said, My name is Ndidi Chima. My father is Sam Chima, and my mother is Lily Chima. I am from the kingdom of Ubuluku in Delta State, Nigeria. Ndidi writes these words, looking at her mom with questioningly smirk. She was amused but perplexed about why her mom was making her write this. Her dad yells, The car is ready, let's go. Ndidi quickly drops the paper and pencil and grabs her two luggage. She drags both down the hallway and reaches for a small backpack. She walks down the hallway and sees her mom slip the paper she had just written into her carry-on luggage. Mommy, why are you putting that in there? Ndidi beckons. Ndidi's mom smiles and says, Just leave it there. Ndidi knew it would be useless to ask any more questions at this point, so she let it go as she settled all her travel equipment in the car with her dad. Her mom goes to Ndidi's room to ensure she grabs everything she needs for the trip. She then turns to Ndidi and says jokingly, I hope you don't find a husband, or I hope you find a husband. Ndidi bursts out laughing, saying, Seriously, mommy, do you think I have time for that? I'm doing research in Ghana. I'm not going there to play around. They giggle as they close the house door and head toward the car. As soon as they reached the airport, Ndidi felt like her heart was about to explode. It was beating so fast that she thought everyone around her would hear. She was ecstatic. After saying her goodbyes, she hurriedly checks in her luggage, goes through TSA, and looks for her gate. She sees 3 people she recognizes from the Ghana meeting but does not know how to approach them. I think that girl's name starts with a J or something. Wait, or was it the other girl? Ndidi says to herself, she decided to introduce herself again. Hi, I think I remember you from the meetings. I look a little different because my hair changed. Krish laughs and says, Yeah, I definitely remember you. My name is Krish. Nice to meet you again. I'm super excited. I've never been to an African country before. Oh, really? I was born in Nigeria, but haven't been back since I left when I was 6, so I guess I can say the same thing too. Ndidi and Krish introduce themselves to 3 other students they also recognize from the meetings. They look over their seating arrangements and continue to connect. They all agree that they were dreading the 20-hour flight but were excited to see Ghana.